The code switching, been hitting my soul, been on the ropes. I'm ready to grow, so get to know me. Keep your head up, I want you to grow.
Singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth.
What?
Then it's a soap opera.
No contest. Wait, serve something, nigga. The world been dying, days is number, check the climate.
Episode. I was at Rey Mysterio's appreciation night at SWAC on Raw in Madison Square Garden, and she faded this man 3 times. He's beating your father in front of you, and I can't touch her because she's a. So if she grabbed Drew McIntyre's sword and started stabbing Rey Mysterio, he gotta stand there. My papa, and he can't do anything. That's ridiculous.
The mother told my truth, I shake that fake shit. They praise you, then minimize you behind you. Just know I notice you.
It kind of goes into my whole spiel about music and everything like that. The game related stuff.
Why'd you elongate music? This man said music.
Because music is powerful.
Music. Why are you elongating?
Because it's music.
What are you, a cow?
It's music. It's not music.
I'm pretty sure there's only one U in it.
Yes. You have to put emphasis on that music.
You're weird. You know, you're being weird right now, bro.
Yes, I am very weird. Call them monkeys. No, they just albums.
The best, man, please.
That sounds like something Russell Wilson would call him. Hey, Shermanator.
The Shermanator. The Shermeister.
The Shermeister. The hell is a crocodile death match? It is better than either that or the Washington Lights kids. Just have a bunch of light dudes out there.
What are you gonna do? Have Drake as your mascot?
No, they're gonna have what's his name? The dude that did Classic Man. He'll be their logo. Yeah, Jadena.
People I don't even know. They say it's lonely at the top, well maybe then I'll focus on things that's more important and let whoever think whatever and just keep it moving. These niggas won't work on themselves, they'd rather see you losing. You'll never see me losing.
Enough of the code switching, been hitting my soul, been on the ropes, I'm ready to grow, so get to know me.
Yo, what is going on? The Seahawks won, the Cowboys are getting ready to play in a little bit. And the Raiders looks like they're about to keep Justin Herbert from getting a winning record as the starting quarterback. Once again, this man has yet to have a winning record as a quarterback. What's going on, dog? Oh, that's game. That's game.
Bruh. This was a weekend.
Dog. Congrats to the Raiders actually starting to look like a team now.
Oh.
The Raiders have moved to 5-7. The Chargers at 6-6.
Bruh. I swear, I don't know what's going to happen. I find true inner peace, which I think I'm really close, or Mountain Dew gets me a sponsorship. What do you think is going to happen first?
Why can't both happen at the same time?
That's a good point. No, I say that because I'm really close to finding the former.
Hold that thought. Hey, it's 174 people on my TikTok live right now. Do me a favor. Y'all go
Follow me on TikTok.
Link in my bio. Click on that YouTube link. Go subscribe to my personal channel and then find my podcast channel. We're live right now, the Unbounded Podcast. Go subscribe to both of those channels for me. I got 2 new videos on my personal page, Tell the Truth, and all that good jazz. No, you can get out my page then, sir. Y'all get to watch commercials. Game's over. There we go. Well, but yeah, man, it's been a week. I'm just enjoying life.
You and me both, bro. You and me both. I've been gone all weekend. I took a break. Went down to the beach. You know, came back. I feel better. So much better since I laid my burdens down. And he froze.
Wait. Now I got suspended on TikTok again for hateful behavior.
Somebody probably reported you for telling them to get off their page.
Oh, that's hateful. Let's read what TikTok says about hateful behavior. Your live access was suspended for violating our hateful behavior policy. We don't allow content that one attacks, threatens, incites violence against, or dehumanizes an individual or group based on protected attributes. 2, include slurs unless the terms are reappropriated. Reappropriated? What the heck does that mean? Does that mean like if I'm black I can say nigga? Okay. Use self-referentially or aren't disparaging. Okay. Praises or promotes any hateful ideology. What's the hateful ideology? Football? Football. So hateful.
The Cowboys have lead the league in sacks with 45. As a team. 45.
Say it again.
The Cowboys lead the league with 45 sacks as a team.
I think I told you last year, your defense is solid. And it's only going to get better. And you see is more than just your boy number 11.
Micah? Yeah.
Everybody
Micah's making everybody else better around him.
D-Law. Because at one point it felt like D-Law was falling off. Now he's back on track.
The Broncos had that one of those games you love.
What do you mean, a loss?
No, I mean those tight games. Those tight defensive games.
Oh, yeah. So it's the difference between defensive games and just piss poor offensive games. The Broncos are coming to that piss poor offense. At this point, this is ridiculous. Let's run through the Broncos. Let's run through the scores of the Broncos games. Because this is at some point, you got to score at least 30 points, right?
That's the idea.
Like, it's way to have defensive struggle. But when you are into a struggle every single week, that's not defense. Let's look at this real quick. So we're going to start all the way back in week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks. Points. They beat Denver. They beat the Texans, scoring 16 points. The following week, the 49ers scoring 11 points. The next week, oh wow, I think this most points they scored all year. 23, losing to the Raiders. Lose to the Colts the following week, scoring 9 points. This number again, scoring 16 points, losing to the Chargers. Next week, they lose to the Jets, scoring 9 points. They beat the Jaguars, scoring 21 points. Then follow that off with a loss to the Titans, scoring 10 points.
Wait a minute.
Oh, they got swept by the
Raiders. AJ Brown not get flagged for pass interference today?
Hold on, I'm going to get to it. Did who get flagged for pass interference?
AJ Brown.
I didn't see the play. If you could send me the play, I can figure out what's going on with it.
No, I mean, it just, never mind. It's not a big deal. It just looked like he ran into the guy because he was wide open. He ran into him. I think they flagged him.
Okay. So
Whatever.
they lose their second game to the Raiders scoring 16 points. Lose to the Panthers scoring 10 points. And then this week they lose to the Ravens scoring 9 points. They love that number 9 and 16, I tell you. At some point, that's not good. That's not defense. That's your offense is playing like absolute basura. And honestly, I hope they lose the rest of their game.
Why is that?
So we can get Anderson Jr. You got to remember, if they lose out the rest of the season, more than likely they'll be having the number 2 pick. Which I think we all know where the Texans are going with it. Yeah, I think we all know what the Texans are going with in their first pick. Which leaves one guy. Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama. One thing that I've seen that we've struggled with is our front seven, especially our pass rush. Now, and Chintu Uosu is pretty good, but I feel like if we had a Will Anderson back there, that would be a big deal. Or even Owen Popo. Owen Popo, I think, is at let me see. I have his information right here on my TV. From Auburn. So we need something there, linebacker, to really help, especially with that run game. Now, granted, we didn't allow nearly as many rushing yards this week as we did last week. Last week was absolutely ridiculous. And I don't think I got to talk about it on the podcast until today. But to let Josh Jacobs get over 300 yards himself is absolutely ridiculous. So you do realize he has the most rushing yards against the Seahawks.
I did not know that.
So you know the game that was originally the game that had the most rushing yards against us. That was the Raiders, that Monday night game where he just sunned Brian Bosworth.
Oh, Bo Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh.
So now it's Josh Jacobs. But just looking at the stats from this game, let me pull the stats up again. Because the run defense wasn't good again this week. It wasn't bad like it was last week. But Cam Akers, 17 carries, 60 yards. Brandon Powell, a wide receiver, 3 carries, 45 yards. John Wolford, 5 carries, 29 yards. Tutu Atwell, 4 carries, 23 yards. Kyron Williams, 3 carries, 9 yards, and Bryce Perkins had the 1 carry for 5 yards that set up that converted the third down, I believe. So that's 105, about 160 yards rushing. That's not good on defense.
No, it's not.
That needs to be addressed in this offseason.
If you were the coach, how would you address it?
Drafting for the front seven. Our secondary is solid now. Tariq Woolen just got his 6th interception of the season. Kobe Bryant can punch a ball out of somebody's arms like it ain't nobody's business. He had one stolen from him last week. So he should have had another forced fumble last week, but they called down by they said forward progress was stopped, which was absolute BS. 2 straight weeks we get robbed of 2 plays. That play against the Raiders, and this week they called an interception. They gave Bobby Wade an interception when dude's knees were down. Tony Jones Jr. So the rest just got it out for us. But it is what it is. It's a win.
Welcome to our world.
Look, I feel like you right now. I'm gonna see our rankings real quick because I'm pretty sure our defense is probably in the lower 5. I'm pretty sure we're like bottom 5. So far this season, we've allowed 1,692 yards on the ground. We played how many games so far?
We're going into week 15.
So this is 12. We've played 12 games. 7, 8,
Oh,
9, 10.
snap. Matt Ryan plays for the Colts.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I just had to remember.
So you ready for this average? We allow 141 yards a game on the ground. I don't like that number. So even though we are 7-5 and still on the bubble of the playoffs, which I think is really a fight between us and like the 3 teams outside of the NFC East that are not the Eagles. It's really a 4-man race for three. It's a 4-team race for 3 spots. Because the rest of the NFC is garbage. I believe everybody except for the Vikings in the NFC North are under 500. Basically, everybody in the NFC South is under 500.
Yeah,
and the NFC West is us. The Rams under 500 and the Cardinals under 500. So it's 4 teams, and it didn't help us that the Commanders and the Giants side.
That's hilarious.
So they tie, so it keeps us out of the bracket. I believe that if the Commanders had won, actually, I think if either team would have lost, we would have had that 7th seed right now. But it's okay because looking at the schedule next week, we have the Panthers, the Eagles have the Giants, and the Commanders are on a bye week. Go Eagles. Also, you just say that there. Go Chiefs. Oh, that could get ugly. The Broncos have the Chiefs next week.
Huh. So, what did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Honestly, try to keep myself from getting mad. Certain things I've been looking for, I can't find. And I still haven't been able to find it. But
Did you search all over?
couldn't find nobody.
Did you look high and low?
Still couldn't find nobody.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that. But it's okay. Hopefully this week at work will be a lot better this week. It's quite rough last week, but it is what it is. I do it for the kids. What's your thoughts? Because I don't know if you saw my video, but I did a video. What was it yesterday on the news about
if it's the other video that's not about Deion Sanders, I have no opinion. I didn't watch it. Not gonna lie.
I don't want to talk about that one right now because my whole thing was that should be an issue for anybody. It's not just a don't bring white people around unasked. Don't bring anybody around me unasked. I need to know who you're coming with, because if I got beef with that person, that's not going to be a good look. But I digress. But Deion Sanders, following his game against Southern in the SWAC championship, which they won pretty convincingly, it was announced that Deion Sanders is going to be the new head coach of Colorado University.
Okay.
And for anybody still wondering, yes, he is going to be coaching at the Celebration Bowl against North Carolina Central. So I don't know, dog.
I assume people have an issue with this.
Very much.
I assume it has something to do with he's leaving his people behind.
So it's
to that degree.
I've seen multiple talking points of why people have been upset or disappointed about the news, and some of it is that we're going to be going back down in the popularity fame, because let's be honest,
you're breaking up.
99% reason that Jackson State's popularity really rose up in mainstream media was because of Deion. The other 0.1 is because of Deion as well, because it's Shiloh, Shador, who all came from Deion, and then the receiver / cornerback that he recruited. And evidently, he already has a 5-star receiver from IMG already committed to Colorado.
I would love.
Go ahead.
I would love for us to get a platform that doesn't do this.
What happened?
That'd be really great if we could get a podcast platform that doesn't do this.
What happened?
So what?
What happened? Can you hear me?
This is ridiculous. I hate this.
What's going on?
You really can't get a podcast platform that doesn't freeze every fucking.
Is it? Yeah, you're okay. Because it's fine on my end. I don't know what's going on.
Or moving together or something.
All right, you good now?
This is ridiculous.
Come out, and come back in and see if that helps.
Better. I mean, your visual is still jacked up, but
is it? Hold on. So what is going on here?
Your visual is frozen. All right, now it's better.
Oh, dang, that's
you're better now.
So Jimmy's out for the year.
What happened?
Jimmy G's out for the season.
Jimmy
Garoppolo. Garoppolo. So San Fran's
now you're better.
San Fran's on their third string quarterback,
who's he is Mr. Irrelevant.
Was he Mr. Irrelevant?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize that.
Brock Purdy.
2 touchdowns.
So
here's what I feel he is the first Mr. Irrelevant to ever throw a touchdown pass in the NFL.
Nice. Good. Way to break the stereotype there, bro. So right, Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
From the clip I saw, he said when it comes to coaching, you either elevate or you either get elevated or you get terminated.
Mm-hmm.
Either you get fired or you walk out under your own power. So to me, now for one thing, I can understand why people are upset because they're looking at it as like he's gonna go leave an HBCU for PWI. I imagine that's why some people are upset.
I can see that.
I
can see some.
Uh-huh.
I can see some people mad about that.
Yeah, I imagine that. I also imagine that a lot of people are upset because they feel like he's leaving the kids behind. Which there's that. So what I think, and I sent you this message. I look at it like this. Imagine this. He goes to all different schools, stays for like 3 years, gets an elevation, and every time he gets elevated, it's a bigger school. Or it's not even a bigger school. Like, think about it. He's at Jackson State now, then he goes to Colorado, right? He turns Colorado into a bowl team. Not necessarily a national champion, but like a high bowl team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets elevated and goes to, I don't know, Stanford.
Right.
Does well at Stanford, even though they don't really need a coach right now. Then he leaves Stanford and goes to Texas A&M because I'm pretty sure I don't think Jimbo Fisher is going to last at A&M that much longer. My point is, personally, I would love to watch Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, go to different schools, turn them into national treasures, and just recruit the hell out of players from around the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden turn these schools into powerhouses and then move on. That's his thing. I would like to see him become a journeyman coach. You know, you have journeyman quarterbacks like Ryan Fitzpatrick who play everywhere. No, I want to see Deion Sanders coach everywhere.
Okay,
and be
I can rock with that actually.
Right? And imagine, mind you, every time it's an elevation, he doesn't get fired. He never gets fired because every time he leaves, it's because someplace else offers him whatever. And let's be real. We knew this was going to happen. We knew somebody was going to see what he was doing at Jackson State, see how he was recruiting, see how he handles the program, all that stuff, and be like, yeah, we need that.
You should have saw it coming last year because I think there were even talks last year about what happens if Deion gets an offer to go to a bigger school. And everybody's sitting here so distraught by it, but I'm saying at the end of the day, can Jackson State hang financially even with a Colorado?
Colorado is in the Pac-12. They play USC every
SWAC.
Huh?
And Jackson State's in not the WAC, but the SWAC.
Exactly.
There's a SWAC right here. I'm gonna show you the SWAC. This is about the SWAC financially. Yeah, so here's the patchwork. So big I can't even fit in the screen. So at the end of the day, you can't be surprised because he's going to go somewhere where he's going to make more money. And I saw Roland Martin say something about it. He was saying that if people would pour more money into the schools, it'd be a different story. But I'm like, that's only half the battle.
It is.
Like, okay, yeah. And somebody even brought up that Jackson State's alumni gives money around the same rate as other PWIs. And again, that's half the battle. These other schools are getting on TV. Jackson State. I don't even know. I don't even know if SWAC football games are on ESPN Plus like MEAC games.
I
Like
think
we
they
were
were. I think I
ESPN
saw them
Plus.
earlier one year. They were earlier in the season.
Like the only time you're gonna see them on national TV is Celebration Bowl,
Or the
and
or
that's
the
probably
championship.
huh?
The championship game was on ESPN too.
It was
But yeah,
okay. I wasn't home.
but to their detriment, it was on ESPN two at the same time. LSU was killing Georgia was killing LSU on CBS.
So you are already going against a bigger school on TV. And then I'm pretty sure the Celebration Bowl is going to be on like ESPN2 or ESPNU.
Probably two.
I think last year was on you. So nevertheless, you're still fighting a losing battle either way you slice it. So yeah, there'll probably be a lot more eyes on this game just because of the whole spectacle of Deion Sanders' last game in the SWAC. It's going to be a lot of talking about it all the way up until the point of the game happening and him going ahead and making his exit from Jackson State all the way over to the other side of the country. But honestly, I think he gave HBCU football a boost. And it wasn't for him to be there the entire time. I believe a lot of things happen for a reason, and people are there for a season. His season was those 2.5 seasons. He had the two regular school seasons that they played in the fall, and then they had that spring season where he actually was beat by Alabama and Bama State, which was a real big start of the rivalry there. That I kind of did. That's probably the biggest disappointment out of this entire thing, just knowing that we're not going to get that rivalry from here on out, because that was fun. But
Speaking of fun, the World Cup.
Yeah, the United States is no longer in.
Shame, but
They fought hard.
they did. Argentina's still in it, so Messi's still in it.
Good.
Messi scored his 1,000th goal. Messi scored in his 1,000th career game. 788 goals and 1,000 appearances.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's very impressive. So as of right now, here's what the bracket's looking like. Right now on Friday, the Netherlands is going to play Argentina. And England is going to play France on Saturday. England defeated Senegal 3-0, and France defeated Poland 3-1.
Okay.
Argentina defeated Australia 2-1, and Netherlands beat the US 3-1. The games I have left to play are tomorrow. Japan and Croatia will battle the winner of Brazil and South Korea. And then Tuesday, Morocco and Spain will face off against the winner of Portugal and Switzerland. So,
I like it.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about this hashtag though.
What's the hashtag for the week? I told you. What did you tell me?
I didn't necessarily tell you, but I was very, very definitive in what I said. Although I was very dependent on what I said, although I wasn't sure because it kind of depended on certain things. But the one thing I said during the season, I said this like earlier in the season before it got this close. I said, Bama is not going to win games if they're shootouts. I said that, and I was right.
Yeah.
They got into a shootout with Texas. They got lucky. Got into a shootout with A&M. They also got lucky. Got into a shootout with Tennessee. Didn't work out. Got into a shootout with LSU. Went to overtime. Did not work out. So that's 2 losses to 2 ranked teams. Both of them on the road. In Baton Rouge and in Knoxville. Here's the thing. It does not matter. It really does not matter how long or how many games you won at the end of the season. It does not matter if you went 3-0 during your season. That's not reason enough to get in the playoff. You had 2 losses and were not even close to getting to the SEC championship game. So for Nick Saban to say, well, we won our last 3 games straight in dominating fashion, and if we play TCU, here's the thing. He even doubled down and said, if we play TCU or Michigan, who do you think would be the favorite? It doesn't matter because you're not in it.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. Okay, you go.
It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't. That was his thing. Bama, he was trying to say, Nick Saban was trying to say, well, if we played TCU, we do whatever. I was like, no, it really doesn't matter. Because you needed to get in and you didn't get in. Where's this stupid cool? Let me find this bullshit. It was so like,
but I mean, he's going to do everything he can to prove his case of why he thinks they deserve to be in the game.
But
now,
they
I
did.
I can tell you now, my team definitely did not deserve to make the playoff this year.
No, y'all got your asses. It would have been different if. Here's the thing about y'all. Y'all would have been good if y'all didn't lose the way you did. If y'all lost how y'all lost earlier in the season to them, 42-43, if y'all lost like that, y'all would have been good.
So can I go ahead and talk about that game?
Go ahead, bro. Y'all.
That deep. Where was the defense?
In a genjutsu.
Like, oh my gosh. There were so many bad plays on that game. The tackling was that was the worst tackling I've ever seen in my life. So let's just look at this one sequence. So I believe we had a big play that was for a loss. It was like a 3rd and long.
Right.
The quarterback throws the ball. It's like a crossing route. He hits him. The dude's like 7 yards short of the line of game. All the cornerback has to do is wrap him up and bring him down. It's 4th down. We get the ball back. What does this idiot do? Tries to strip the ball with no help to try to bring this man down. He powers through the tackle and hits a touchdown. We scored 24 points. I'm pretty sure we missed 25 tackles. That is ridiculous.
It also didn't help that your quarterback was the quarterback was mobile.
And he still balled out. Heisman that man.
Cam Rising. So Cameron Rising is his name. First of all, that's a dope name for a quarterback.
That is a dope name. He might have the dopest name for a quarterback. And he played well, but I mean, we still got the Heisman. I think should be the Heisman Trophy winner.
Okay, so here's the thing about that. I saw something earlier that there was some like back and forth on Twitter between Caleb Williams and people were citing so Max Duggan, the quarterback for TCU at the press conference at the Big 12 game. He was very emotional, like visibly emotional, crying at the press conference. And people were referencing Caleb Williams after he cried during the Utah game.
Mm-hmm.
And here, let me find the tweet because I was very confused. Because I'm like, I don't understand what the deal is. So okay. So apparently some people were calling Caleb Williams a crybaby after the loss to Utah. Like, because they show the image of him crying at the game before, and then they're looking at Max Duggan crying, and but praising him for it. And RG3 said it's okay not to comment on something you didn't see. Something was brought to my attention. If you're making fun of Caleb Williams for crying after losing and calling him a crybaby, but praising Max Duggan for doing the same, you are dead wrong. It's not about the finger paint. Because apparently RG3 tweeted a video of the press conference of Max. Wow, okay.
I'm here.
So he tweeted a video of Max Duggan emotional at the press conference, right?
Yeah.
And then he tweets that, and then then he tweeted on top of that. He said, "How can you not cheer for Max Duggan?" And I was like, and I watched the game myself. Max Duggan was balling. That kid was balling. He was playing his heart out. He was playing his absolute heart out. And I really hope they should have won. I really wanted them to win. I really did. So he tweeted, "How can you not love Max Duggan?" And then Caleb retweeted that by saying, "LOL." As soon as I find the fucking tweet, can't find the tweet. And
Max Duggan looks like here.
Here. So Caleb, apparently Caleb Williams had on his fingernails, "Fuck Utah." He had that painted on his nails before the game, apparently.
And
that's what I said. Like
so that's why people were making fun of him because he had that on his fingernails.
Well, I think it's because he had it on there and they lost. And I'm not sure if that was at the championship game or the game during the regular season. But either way, he had, which I think is why people were getting on him. Okay. But my thing is that if you're going to do things like that, you need to win. Okay, you don't need to. Okay, or you could just not do them.
I mean, you're right. But here's my thing. I can't blame him.
Who? Caleb?
I can't blame Caleb for the loss.
No, I'm not saying I'm not blaming Caleb for the loss. I'm saying if you're gonna have things like that on anywhere, like on you,
yeah,
you need to make sure you do everything you need to do to win. And scoring 24 points, it's not gonna cut it. Now I know he can't play offense and defense, huh?
Especially not the way your defense played.
Exactly. So my thing is, I wouldn't have done it. That's my point. I would not have done that.
Can we confirm if
Now,
that was
I don't think
done?
there should be. I don't think there should be measuring. We shouldn't be measuring. Like apparently, Max Duggan. Not apparently. Max Duggan, I guess, had heart surgery. Like, earlier in his life. So there's that. But I don't think we should. I don't think we should be. Measuring this. This is not a measuring contest. It shouldn't be a
That's not
measuring
what it matters.
contest.
I mean, congrats to the man for making it through the surgery and everything. And that's amazing stuff to know. But that's not something you measure.
But I will say this. I do think that we shouldn't be measuring at all.
No.
Both of these guys are great. Both of these guys did their best, and unfortunately, only one of them could get in the playoff.
Well, I think
But
next
Max
year,
Duggan.
aren't they doing an 8-man? Aren't they doing an 8-team next year?
Yeah.
So
anyway, back to the playoff. So I don't know if y'all know this, but the new top four that is set for the playoff, like this is it. There's no changes. It's Georgia. It's going to be Georgia. It's going to be Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Ohio State. That's the Final Four. That's what it is. That's what it is. So that means Georgia's going to play. That means Georgia's going to play Ohio State.
Georgia play Ohio State, and then
Michigan's going to play TCU. And then that means all the bowl games are set, by the way.
Oh,
so Alabama's going to play Kansas State. And Kansas State is I've been watching Kansas State. They're not going to go down easy. So,
all right, I'm going now.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the bowls.
Let's run through these real quick. So we got the Bahamas Bowl, Miami, Ohio playing UAB,
which they do seem to do that every year.
Yeah, Cure Bowl is gonna be 24. Yeah,
UTSA and Troy, Cincinnati, Louisville,
in the Fenway
Bowl, SMU, BYU, New Mexico Bowl.
Celebration Bowl is gonna be Jackson State versus North Carolina Central in Atlanta, which it usually is. The New Mexico Bowl is Southern Methodist versus BYU.
Wisconsin's going to play Oklahoma State in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
The
UCF and Duke in the Military Bowl.
LA Bowl, Washington State versus Fresno State. Rice versus Southern Mississippi in the Living Tree Bowl. Oregon State versus Florida in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Tennessee Clemson in the Orange Bowl.
Okay. Boise State, North Texas, the Frisco Bowl. I'm going down by the games as they in chronological order, actually, because they already have the dates and everything. UConn and Marshall in the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Cool.
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl is Eastern Michigan versus San Jose.
Yeah. Liberty and Toledo in the Boca Raton Bowl.
Shout out to Liberty for making a bowl game.
Yeah.
New Orleans,
Western Kentucky, South Alabama, New Orleans Bowl.
We already said the Armed Forces Bowl, which is going to be on the 22nd. The Gasparilla Bowl is going to be Wake Forest in Missouri.
Independence Bowl, Louisiana, Houston.
Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Eve is going to be Middle Tennessee versus San Diego State. Good thing that's happening at 8:00 because nobody's going to be watching college football on Christmas Eve. Everybody's watching NFL. The Quick Lane Bowl, Bowling Green versus New Mexico State. The First Responder Bowl. Some of these bowls are new. Memphis versus Utah State. Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina and Birmingham Bowl. Might as well have that in Carolina since it's already 2 Carolina teams.
Georgia Southern and Buffalo in the Camellia Bowl. Guarantee Rate Bowl, Wisconsin, Oklahoma State. UCF and Duke in the Military Bowl. Kansas and Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl, Oregon, North Carolina in the Holiday Bowl, Texas Tech and Ole Miss in the Texas Bowl, Pinstripe Bowl, they played that in Yankee Stadium. That's Syracuse and Minnesota. Oklahoma, Florida State in the Cheez-It Bowl. Texas and Washington in the Alamo Bowl. Maryland and NC State in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Pitt and UCLA in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
What the heck? Orange Bowl is Tennessee and Clemson. I don't think I heard that one. Arizona Bowl is going to be Ohio and Wyoming. And on to these are the New Year's Eve games. First game they have up here is the college football playoff semifinal, Michigan and TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. Peach Bowl, which is also the semifinal, it's Georgia, Ohio State. Music City Bowl, Iowa, Kentucky. Sugar Bowl is going to be Alabama and Kansas State. Relia Quest Bowl is going to be Mississippi State and Illinois. Citrus Bowl is going to be LSU and Purdue. Cotton Bowl Classic is going to be USC versus Tulane. And then the Rose Bowl is going to be Utah versus Penn State. And then to be determined will be the college football playoff national championship game, which is going to be at SoFi Stadium on Monday, January 9th. Oh, the Lakers are playing basketball. Improving 10 and 12.
Yeah, it's still football season. We don't talk about basketball here.
Look, man, we started off 0-8. Yo, what? Anthony Davis.
Let me get to the story about Nick Saban being,
Anthony Davis went clean off today. 55 points, 17 rebounds, 3 blocks. And he only shot 2 threes. Well, go ahead, Nick Saban.
Oh, great, you're frozen. God bless it.
Is it? Hold on. Going back to this.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfecttly fine. It's just your pictures.
Sorry, our game's about to kick off, and
I hear you perfectly fine. The screen is acting up.
We need to get a new platform that doesn't freeze. Anyway, here's what Nick Saban. Alabama's Nick Saban states college football case touts ties 3-0 finish. With Alabama's college football playoff future in limbo, Coach Nick Saban said on Saturday that there was an argument for his team to be included in the top 4 and framed the debate over who's in and who's out with a single question. How are they playing at present? The question lends itself to Alabama's defense, of course, which has been garbage. I don't give a fuck. It's been garbage.
Yeah.
The Crimson Tide, ranked number 6 by the committee, have 2 losses but finished the regular season with 3 straight wins, and no one gives a fuck. Ohio State, ranked 5, only had 1 loss. That was to Michigan last week when they got their asses kicked. SC lost to Utah in the Pac-10 championship game. TCU lost in the suffered its first loss in the Big 12 championship game. Saban said his team started out strong, but was impacted by an injury to Bryce Young and all that. It was limited practice. 3 weeks after losing to Tennessee, they lost to LSU and all. I think our team. Then he says, "I think our team played well down the stretch and are playing well at present." He taught how both of the teams that Alabama lost to were ranked in the top 10 at the time. We lost 2 games on the road to 1 top 5 team and 1 top 10 team on the last play of the game. But now that Young is healthier and is able to practice, I think we're a different team, and I think you should look at the circumstances around a 2-loss team versus a 1-loss team, and how are they playing at the end of the season? How are they playing at present? You have 2 losses. It doesn't matter. He lost both of those games on the road, so it does not matter. And both times they were favored to win that game. They were favored to beat Tennessee, and they were favored to beat LSU, so it don't matter.
Right.
Saban said he wanted to add another angle to the debate over who gets in, who is left out. He said it should be asked if they were playing another team, would they be underdogs? If we played these teams a question, that means Georgia, TCU,
He's trying to
Michigan,
figure out any
or Ohio
way
State.
for them to include them.
They're not, because this is what I was saying before. This is where people get turned off by Alabama, because people think you can use just name value. Oh, people are going to watch Alabama. Yeah, they're going to watch you guys lose. They want to watch because they want you to lose. Now, granted, that's still getting them to watch, which I get it. That's fair. However, as of recently, y'all guys haven't been like that feared to look at. Well, for the last couple of times people have watched you guys, y'all have lost, and people storm their fields, and take down goalposts, toss them in the rivers.
I actually got this somebody's actual recording of that happening. That was great. My coworker was at the game.
You see what I'm saying? They did it at
so
LSU, they did it at Tennessee.
Like, you ready for an upset? Because I got a feeling y'all are going to win this game.
What, us?
No, when she went to the Bama game, I was like, be ready, because I got a feeling y'all about to pull off an upset.
And they did. With a knuckleball of a field goal. That shit was hilarious. But he says, if we played these teams a question, would we be underdogs in the game or not? He said.
Does it matter? Y'all lost 2 games.
Right. He said, who was left out? He says, he answered, that should be everybody's questions relative to who the best teams are at present. That's how this should play out. Basically, he's saying, if Bama were to play, any of the teams in the playoff and they were underdogs, would they be underdogs? And how are they playing recently? Basically saying like teams like TCU or Ohio State, because they lost the way they did, wouldn't be underdogs. They would because they weren't playing well at the end, they shouldn't be in the playoff. Which is a stupid argument.
Yeah, it's very stupid. But I don't expect anything else but that from Nick Saban. As ridiculous as it sounds, he's doing exactly what you expect for your coach to do when he's trying to make his case of why they deserve to be in the national championship game. Because let's be honest, a lot of seniors, as you start to see, are not willing to play if they're not playing for the national championship. I think it was what's the quarterback for Ohio State?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud was considering not playing. If USC would have won their game Saturday, CJ Stroud would have probably not played in whatever bowl game Ohio State would have been playing in. From that, and that's from him. So at the end of the day, everything that Nick Saban said, annoying as it is, he did his job. In the same way, I would expect him to say that his quarterback should be Heisman. Who else is a part of the Heisman race? It's him. Then you got Caleb Williams, who I think it should be. And no, not all of that is because of being a USC fan. I just think something special about him, which also brings up the point that Lincoln Riley has a knack for having a Heisman quarterback with a horrible defense. But who do you have winning the Heisman? I don't think you told me yet.
I imagine it depends on who are the finalists. Because like I said, Max Duggan kind of won me over watching that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't see his name in there.
Who are the finalists?
Looking up now. As of 4 days ago, the leaders in the pack were Caleb Williams, okay, Max Duggan, CJ Stroud, Bijan Robinson, Stetson Bennett.
Stetson might get it. I can see Stetson Bennett getting it. I really could.
I think that what Caleb did on one foot was just amazing. So that's just what I feel.
Yeah, but But I think it's amazing, but like also like I'm thinking about result. Like you can do all of that, but like still, it's still a beat down. Utah made them look foolish.
Yeah, he made the defense look foolish.
Anyway,
it was one drive that he had in the fourth quarter, and I was like, "What in the world am I watching right now?"
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
It's going to be very interesting. I think this was one of the first years in a while that I think I don't know where they're going with this. The last few winners were kind of obvious picks. Who was it last year?
Who won it?
Yeah, quarterback from Bama.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, who's probably going to be the first pick in the draft this year. Then the year before that, it was also it was Devontae Smith. And then before that, let's look at the history of Heisman Trophy winners.
I think before that, it was
I want to go descending, so don't start me off with the first winner, which it does. Of course it would. Joe Burrow. And then it was Kyler, Baker, Lamar, King Henry, Mariota, Jameis, Johnny Manziel, RG3, Cam, Mark Ingram. I keep forgetting that Sam Bradford won Heisman. Let's look at some of these names. Troy Smith.
Yeah, Troy was balling at the time.
I forgot about that. Jason White, I don't know who that he is. Carson Palmer.
Jason White was at Oklahoma. He balled out at the time. Was balling at the time too.
Chris Winkie. Other names that Ty Detmer. Is that Coy's brother?
I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna say that name. Marion's not here to trigger him more on that name. Vinny Testaverde. Herschel Walker. Marcus Allen.
Oh.
Who was the first black man I think should be very interesting?
Probably Archie Griffin, I want to say. Either him or Ernie Davis.
Yep, Ernie Davis. In 1961, halfback, linebacker, fullback at Syracuse.
Fortunately, he passed away before he could go pro or something like that.
Dang, that sucks, man.
But yeah.
Roger Staubach played at Navy.
Who?
Roger Staubach.
Yeah. Why do you think they call him Captain America?
I've never heard you call him Captain America.
He is. They did call him that for a bit. Anyway, Barry Bonds is once again not going on the Hall of Fame due to integrity of the sport. But the Astros won the World Series after cheating. So
integrities.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really
Why?
weird.
It's because of his steroid thing.
Yeah. And here's the thing: he didn't. He never got him, and I think they got Clemens. The reason Clemens got hemmed up is because Clemens like apparently lied before Congress, but he didn't do steroids. Like in the steroid case, he was in it but didn't get accused. Like he wasn't himself wasn't accused of it. Whereas I think Sosa and McGuire and A-Rod all got caught up.
Mm.
Bonds and Clemens never did. But they're not getting in, which is stupid. So Bonds isn't getting in. So here are the people who are not getting in. Bonds isn't getting in. Clemens isn't getting in. Kurt Schilling isn't getting in. And Rafael Palmeiro isn't getting in. Don Mattingly's not getting in. It's really weird. Don't know why they're not getting in, but
Houston Astros get to keep that championship.
Huh?
But Houston gets to keep that championship.
It's like, look. People can complain about all that ones. Like, why are people complaining about this? Like, it's because like you can't have integrity for. You can't say our sport has integrity, right?
Integrity is what I call it.
You can't say your sport has integrity, and then when your guys don't get caught for anything. You can't say your sport has integrity. Then when these people don't do anything, like legit don't get caught doing anything, you can't ban you blacklist them. But when a team does get caught, and then the reason, even when the Astros getting caught, their reasoning is because, well, everybody was doing it. Everybody used to do it. All teams do it. So therefore, we're not going to punish them.
What?
I don't know.
You better set the example now.
Exactly. But it's whatever. I don't care. It's whatever. They can have it. You still have 22 more to go before they catch up to the Yankees anyway. So yeah, they can keep it.
Well, the Yankees are probably gonna win another one before they you can get close.
Exactly. The next closest team has 15.
The Yankees have.
I think that's the Cardinals. Huh?
How many do the Yankees have?
27.
Golly.
Yeah, 27. They won their last one in 2009. But yeah, that was the last one they won.
That's wild.
Anyway, but whatever. Anyway, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this Cowboys game and I feel elevated, but not in the I feel like I lay my burdens down by the riverside. I left my problems, and I left my problems all behind.
I'm about to say, did you hit a lick of the blunt or something?
No, it's just it's just how I feel.
My boy bubbly inside. I'm proud. I'm happy for you, my boy.
Yeah. What the hell? What?
What's the score?
How is he short?
Please tell me y'all.
What do you mean he's short?
Well, when you're not tall. Whatever was you got to
over the top. Throw the football. Or no. Oh, see, there you go. First down.
How did I find out? And I'm looking on the internet through not even watching the game. I'm looking at my app, and I knew you got a first down before you did.
But yeah, I'm happy, bro. This is a really good weekend for me. You know,
That's what's up.
a lot of good happened.
Well, with that
Yeah,
being said, we're
good
gonna get
thing.
up out of here. See y'all
Yeah.
next week. Peace, love, pops. Always remember to drink your water. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to mine. Hopefully, I have another video up tomorrow. I'm gonna search through the social media and see what the hot topics are, and now find something. I have one that I want to do, but I don't want to make too many people mad, so I'll think about it. But outside of that, we'll see you later.
Also,
Sliding it like a wet flow. Already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko. Everything I do, they echo. Big facts, my bank on big man. My drip too wet.